up from the subway into New York's Times Square and right to the famed Sardi's in the theater district where he was waiting.
Mr. Jones.
David, how are you?
What an honor.
James Earl Jones, whose voice is legendary.
Before that, it was your grandfather who had the most impact on you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my grandfather was Papa. He was a farmer.
Who led the family and led his grandson, James Earl, through a challenging childhood.
Your family didn't have a lot of money.
No, during rationing time, we had some sugar. We hoarded away, and we grew the rest of our food.
But that wasn't his only hurdle. He was a boy who stuttered. He spent years not talking at all, until one day he wrote a poem in high school.
There was a teacher who looked at one of your poems and said, "This is so good, I want you to prove that you wrote this."
Yeah.
Do you remember standing up and reading that?
Oh, yeah, and getting through it without stuttering.
Born in Mississippi and who grew up on a farm in Michigan, ended up being the voice.
And who was a stutterer.
And who was a stutterer.
That's his Darth Vader.
All these years later, we study his caricature right there on the wall. Love and Peace, James Earl Jones.
I'm still the same person.
Was the end on the wall?
Yeah.
And for this reporter begging for a lesson,
Now listen, I do the news every night, and I can only dream of a voice with the kind of resonance that your voice has.
Our voices are very similar, I'm afraid.
how he prepares before the fans arrive at that theater every night.
We yell at the seats.
You yell at the empty seats?
Yeah.
I'm going to practice that tonight before the broadcast.
Very much.
An honor.
It really is just about life. Right?
Do you still remember the first acting role?
I was in the 6th grade, and they were doing Your Good Man, Charlie Brown, and Charlie Brown has a whole monologue about a little redhead girl where he's sitting and eating a sandwich, at lunch, and instead of having it off stage, they pulled me on stage.
With your red hair and your freckles.
Yeah, I was terrified.
I wonder if it's still true, but do you nod at other people with red hair on the street?
Redheads always see each other.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah, there are very few of us.
I'm going to look for that redhead message on the street. I know no one will know what I'm doing, but I'll just try to join in.
Okay.
It won't work for me, but...
They won't talk to you, yeah.
No, it won't.
We went to find someone who remembers when it was her dream to dance, Sara Jessica Parker. She got a scholarship to learn how to dance, and she would look for acting jobs in the paper, sharing the money she earned with her family.
So you were reading the paper in Cincinnati, and I was reading it in Syracuse. We should have just read it together.
I'm
Just person of the week.
But she turned it around on me.
The anchor for ABC News, for evening news. This young man is the future. This young man is the future. This young man is the future.